Buy the merch. MataraCon.shop. Buy the merch. Buy the merch. It's until January 15th. MataraCon.shop. If you order now, it ships now. Buy the merch.
All right, everybody, get ready to say hi to Auntie Lily. Oh my God. Lily?
Hello, beautiful.
I need to call you so you can listen to the Discord noise. It's different. I'm telling you. Hold on. I'm so sorry. It sound different for you?
No, it's the same. It's just like the double, 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 double.
Baby, call me again. Yay! This is so nice. Poor Lily. It was like this, it almost sounded like spooky, scary skeletons. How are you, my angel? How is everything?
I'm doing amazing, thank you. I slept well. I'm having my coffee.
How do you take your coffee?
I'm upset the coffee drinkers because when I say I have coffee, I'm talking I have 1 shot of decaf and then I fill the glass with like 90% milk.
What kind of milk?
Whole milk.
Let's go.
I love milk and I love whole milk specifically. It's so good. Are you a coffee drinker?
Yeah, I am a coffee drinker. I just do regular coffee and then I put a splash of whatever milk because it makes it a little colder.
Yeah, it does.
But sometimes when I want to freak out my Asian friends, I will just send them a picture of me biting into a block of cheese or just the cheese bitten because they all freak out.
With your teeth marks?
yeah, with just my teeth marks, exactly. You might need to get a DLC so we can play Shrek, Alice's Adventures, Warhammer 40k, Back to the Future, SpongeBob SquarePants, Midgar, or Tomb Raider.
I love Shrek. Oh my God, when I first got
Shrek
banned,
you first got banned?
Yeah. I have a
Story
Shrek story.
time.
I have a Shrek story.
Okay.
When I got banned, the ban was stupid. I stand by what I did. I was mad at Twitch for being stupid because I don't think the ban was deserved at all whatsoever, especially after I found out why I got banned. I'm like, listen, Twitch, I know I've been tiptoeing the lines, but to get banned for that, out of all the things I've been doing on stream, that's ridiculous, bro.
Can you elaborate a little bit or do you want to keep it at that? What are you
Also, I shoved a pear up my coochie.
Hold on.
A few moments later.
And you think it was not deserved?
No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. I played the R.O.A.C.H and there's this map where you can feed ducks and geese. And so I fed them, you know, there's watermelons, pears, toes, whatever the and then I was like, I can do a magic trick. And my model's uniform has a skirt. So I was like, watch, I can make the pear disappear. So I held it under my skirt and then I gave it a second because the ducks off screen would then eat the pear. And then I would pull my hand back from, you know, clipping through my skirt and I'll be like, ta-da! The pear's gone! But it made it look like I put it into my coochie.
Yeah, I thought you meant like your pilot. Yeah, okay. Wow.
Yeah, and then Twitch was like, no, that's inappropriate. And I'm like, okay.
I think you should definitely poke some folks and be like, hey, I know you're not a poker. I'm like, you should invite people. And you're looking at me like, girl, nah.
Genuinely, I have no idea. It's not like I don't want to talk to people. It's just that I wanna, but I just can't. That's like a mental block.
Is it that you don't want to bother them with how busy they are? Or
I think I'm like deflecting a bit, like my busyness onto them. And then I'm just like, if I ask them and they say no, what do I do? Or like if I ask them and then they don't reply, do I like push and do I like message again?
Okay, for people that I don't know super well, I'll push like once or twice. And then depending on their answer, if they really don't answer, if they I just stop. And I try not to take it personally. It's like, oh, it's not that deep. I'm gonna admit something crazy. I never assume people hate me. I always assume people are just busy. But I think a lot of people assume people hate them. But I always assume people are busy because I don't hate people and I'm busy.
Yeah.
So why would I assume people hate me and they're not busy when I don't hate people and I'm busy? That helps me a lot. Let's say it's a close friend and I try to get them in collabs and then maybe they even miss the collab, right? Like we plan a collab and then they don't answer or they don't show up or I'll give it a rest after a few times because I think in the past I would get upset if it is a friend of mine and I kept pushing and they kept kind of backing out, but maybe they didn't have the courage to say, I'm going through a hard time. I need some space. So I just don't push and I leave them alone for a few months. And then if I notice that they're like, hey, I'm streaming a lot. Let's collab. I miss you. I'll be like, okay, I'll invite them again, you know? Especially because, you know, being in a big group, I do notice that sometimes members will say like, hey, I'm sorry, I'm going through a rough time right now. It's a bad time. It's a bad season, you know? A lot of people get really sad around the winter time.
I used to have this thing where either I'm just chilling by myself and I'm very content doing so, or I will just be in a call, but I'm not really messaging or like saying anything. I'm just there to be like a listener. It's like radio or something. I'll join in sometimes, but like I would literally be in those calls for like like 8+ hours a day and maybe communicate for like 20 minutes of those 8 hours.
So sometimes when I'm working on a project, I'll call a friend and I'll ask like, oh, are you working on something? Maybe my friend is playing a game. And it's just kind of nice when I'm typing. I'll share my screen even sometimes if it's nothing NDA, and I'll be like, oh, I'm just working on this stuff and my friend is playing a game. It's just kind of like hanging out, right?
It's so fun.
I agree. It's like when you have a roommate and they're reading a book and you're, I don't know, cooking. It's just fun to kind of hang out. I think it's called body doubling.
Body doubling?
Body doubling. So for example, it's really hard to get myself to wash the dishes or get myself to clean the floor. But if I FaceTime, let's say my mom, I will clean all the dishes while we're yapping. Like, oh my God, so the other day, mom, da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And then when I look, all the dishes are done.
That's crazy. That's actually so smart.
You should try it. I have a question. Is there any other times in your life where you specifically remember like, ooh, this changes my life? And if you want to think about it, I have one that I can give you.
Yeah, you tell your story. Maybe it like unlocks a core memory.
Mine, for example, was last year, right before I joined VSHOJO, I think, I did a half marathon, which is 22 kilometers that I was running. Every single time while I was running, I kept thinking, I can't do this. I cannot finish this marathon. I have to stop.
No.
At one point, we ran up a hill and I remember we had to keep running right to do like, I don't know, 15 kilometers left. And to run left, I had to go to my hotel. And I remember thinking if my friend wasn't there with me to pace me, to like, you know, help me, I was just going to turn around and run back. Every single step of the way, I remember thinking, F this shit, I'm going to stop. Why am I doing this? I do not need to finish this. And then I did it. I just ran 22 kilometers because I just kept running. I just kept going.
That's actually insane.
And it changed something in my brain. And now
22 kilometers.
It just helps me now when I'm like, if I'm doing something that's uncomfortable, if I'm like, I've been going to therapy, obviously, and I've been this, but just when I'm working out and something's annoying, or when I'm working on something, I don't want to work on something, or when I'm feeling an uncomfortable feeling and I don't want to feel it, I just sit with it for just a few more minutes and then it's done. And I'm like, it's that easy.
So crazy.
It just kind of like shows you pain. Like, because I'm telling you, sometimes like my body would hurt and I'm like, this is it. I can no longer run. And then I run just 5 more minutes and my body doesn't hurt anymore.
I told my chat, like, not specifically regarding that, but I told them that your life will change significantly for the better if you get comfortable being uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Like, your life will just suddenly make sense. It sounds up if you haven't seen the light yet, but like, if you learn to be comfortable with being uncomfortable, you will become a better person. Life will become easier. Your mental will skyrocket.
You'll be a better friend to people too. Because now when you have a quote unquote disagreement, you'll sit with them and you'll try to figure it out instead of being like, oh wait, this makes me uncomfortable. I'm sorry, I can't have this conversation. Like, you just hate me.
I swear it's life changing, and every time people are just like, this makes me uncomfortable, I low-key cringe because I'm just like, you need to be comfortable getting uncomfortable. Like, your life will change. Problems will no longer be problems because it's just, everything will just be so much easier. I'm not saying it will fix everything.
No.
But like, so many problems will no longer be problems. I shit you not, 80% of your life will be less problems.
I completely agree. I just need you and everybody to understand that every single step of me running, I thought, why am I doing this? I should stop. I even had a better time than some of my friends that are very fit. I did it a little under 3 hours. It wasn't a fast pace by any means of the imagination.
I don't think that would be healthy either. I think your poor heart would give up.
And it just kind of, I'm telling you, I do not think I'd be where I am this year if I haven't had that kind of happen in my mind. Even sometimes, like if I tell myself, oh, I'm going to go for a run today, I just go for the run. It doesn't matter if I don't really want to run. I just go. And then while I'm on the run, I'm like, thank God I went. Now I feel better. And also I made a promise to myself. It's the same thing with streaming.
I admire you so much, but then I just think about myself and I'm like, that's me, but with taking a shower. But I don't want to take a shower. I don't have to take a shower. I'm just chilling at home. I'm gonna be stinky. Who cares if I'm stinky? But then I'm like, I take a shower. I'm like, I'm so glad to take a shower.
Yeah. Even with streaming sometimes, like sometimes when I wake up and I have stuff to do, I feel like streaming and the gym are very similar to me, where some days I'm like, I have to go to the gym. And then I tell myself, let's just stream for just 1 hour. And then 5 hours later, 7 hours later, I'm playing Factorio. I'm like, yeah, I'm so happy we're here. Sometimes your mood is like, I don't want to do this, but I kind of understood. I'm just lazy. I will always try to do something that is less effort and less energy. Adulthood is just tricking yourself into doing the hard things. That's it. Just trick yourself yourself into doing the hard things that you quote unquote don't want to do, and life gets so much better. You feel so good after it, right?
It does. Yes, you feel so. It's like doing the dishes, where it's like,
yeah,
I hate doing dishes, but I can't deny that after I'm done doing the dishes, I feel great.
You're like, yeah, clean dishes.
Yeah, exactly. Or like cleaning the cat litter box and stuff. Like I don't enjoy being face first in their poop, but once it's done, I'm just like, yeah.
Is there none of those automatic cat clean machines? Like there's some that are automatic, right?
I have an automatic one, and it took me a long time to get it. I'm struggling a bit to spend money, not because I don't have the money. It's just I don't want to lose the logic of money, where it's like just because I can afford it doesn't mean I can afford it, you know? So it took me a long time to get it, and now that I have it, it's amazing. It was not expensive. I ain't gonna sugarcoat it, but that thing, I get it now. Like you have a cat, and everything that's shit about having a cat, because it's literal shit.
The actual
shit. Yeah, the actual shit. Everything that sucks about having a cat is completely erased, and now you just have this cuddle buddy while everything is being taken care of. I clean this thing like once a week, every 2 weeks. I have 2 cats, so
you gotta do it a little bit more. Yeah,
but it's great because now they just exist in my space, and they're great companion, and I don't have to like the icky responsibilities with it. I got them mainly because chat was like, get one of those automatic ones, and then I did some research, of course. I will not deny that some of the, especially the cheaper ones, it's very tempting to cave in, because
of course
if you pay $200 less, you know, you consider if it's not worth the 200 less. But I will not deny that I settled for a more expensive one, because after all the reviews, I was like, I'm gonna be honest, that one just seems so much better. I feel like it might be worth the extra 200.
I've often noticed that sometimes if you're already spending a lot of money, saving that extra 100 or 200 is usually not worth it, right?
Exactly.
It's usually not.
That's what I'm always saying. I know something stupid like a potato peeler. You can probably get one for like 70 cents off of Amazon. Yeah. But you're gonna have to buy like 5 of those a year.
They're gonna break
the one that
a lot.
costs $5, bro.
Yup. Very European of you with the potato peeler. Very European of you.
My European was showing.
Yup. The bite marks and the salami and the yup. I get you.
Oopsie, was I too European just now?
Oh man, I really miss having animals, but I travel too much and I work a lot, and I do have roommates, and they said, listen, we are not taking care of your animals if you get them, and they shouldn't.
Fair.
Like that is fair to them, right? So for me, I don't think I could. It makes me sad. I wish I had kitties and doggos. I really do.
Dude, I want the dog so bad too, but I live in an apartment, and I'm like, I don't mind walking the dog. It's just the frequency with which I would have to do that just doesn't align with my stream. Like sometimes I stream for up to 6 hours. Rarely. I think my average stream is like, but even then, like in those 4 hours, like, should have probably walked my dog that one more time.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. And a lot of dogs, you also need to play with them. Keep like a lot of cats, you can kind of leave them alone, but dogs, you need to entertain them.
Yeah. The cats can be very, very like independent for a very long time. The dogs, they need so much attention.
They really do.
I don't want to make the dog sad and just have them live in this sad life of no attention or low attention just because I want to stream for like 6+ hours.
And your cat is the opposite. Your cat loves when you give it low attention. Your cat's like, yes. She's ignoring me. Oh,
my cat
I live like a king.
Exactly. They only want attention that pleases them. And then you will know. And then the attention isn't like, come play with me for 5 hours. It's like, can you throw this toy 3 times and then I'm done?
And they're like, thank you. This was my social hangout for the week. Thank you very much.
Now. Thank you. Appreciate it.
So my flesh mother, she is very spiritual. You can believe what you want, but some of it, sometimes I'm like, okay, like she'll text me and be like, today is a bad day to wear red. I'm like, sorry, I'm outside. I'm in a red dress. I look fabulous. I will not let today being a bad day to wear red to stop me from living my best freaking life.
If today is a bad day to wear red, why do I look so good in red?
Yeah, why do I look so good in red then, huh? But she always reminds me that like at different times in the world, a lot of people invented the same thing at the same time.
Exactly.
And so the way I think about it now, when I get an idea, and I've read a lot of books about like authors getting ideas and stuff like that. I think it's the war of art. So not the art of war.
Yeah.
Some of it gets a little like schmoozy sometimes because he talks about like the muse comes to those who work hard, you know, like stuff stuff like that. But there's a lot of good stuff in it. And if I have an idea, I treat it as like the counters began. If I have an idea, and I'm going to use this word lovingly, every other bitch got this idea too. I treat it as like, I have to execute on my idea. Otherwise, somebody else will execute on my idea if I don't.
So true.
But basically the way I see it is like, I don't take my ideas as so personal anymore. It has helped me a lot because kind of like that too. I used to take things like, for example, I just released a t-shirt that's numbered. That's not the craziest idea in the world. For anybody that's been a fan of Matara Con for a long time, I had numbered memberships. Before that, I used to do number things for my previous lives. Numbering things is not a unique thing to me. But I've already had a friend message me, be like, I really like your number shirt idea. I'd love to do that. The way I see it is like, this is my friend. They asked everything. I can never tell somebody, no, you're not allowed to have a numbered shirt. But also, people who aren't my friends won't ask. They'll just see it. And again,
they'll just do it.
I didn't invent putting a number on a shirt. Like, I have no claim to it, right? And even if I had, it's a number on a shirt.
I'm not sure if chat can comprehend this, but if you lack fat under your lower eyelid, the skin itself is very, very, very thin. So you will always look like you haven't slept enough. There will always be like a bluish, grayish color.
I have the same thing as you. I always look tired.
And so like my entire childhood, I looked tired because obviously I had my makeup as a child. And then the teacher eventually took notice of it. It's always been there, but she just pretended like it just so happened to start being there. And my mom was like, bitch, she sleeps like 10 hours a day. I can't make her not sleep. That's the problem. That's just what she looked. That's just her face, bro. Like, she just doesn't have any like baby fat under her skin, which, you know, it's very unusual for kids to not have fat there either. But it just, I've always had issues like having the fat settle in like my eye sockets. It's just always only been skin, and you can see that.
You know what I started doing, Lily? I put sparkles there. So now it's like, I look tired but sparkly. And a thing I started doing many years ago, I call it like, you know, my like emo pop punk look. I just put red under my eye, and then I look even more tired because I can't hide it. I cannot hide it. It's always going to be there. Why not look more tired?
It's still there. You can't hide it even with
Why not look more tired?
Because like the fat missing, there's also just like the structure of your face changes. So like with the fat missing, it's not just that it's discolored, but the way the light will hit your face, if the light doesn't come from the front, you will see you look tired because it's just, you know, there's like this more hollow space that should have had a bunch of fat there instead.
But because of that, I have a very intimidating face.
Dude, my mom says, she's like, please, Lily, just smile. Like, you look so pissed. And then the second I see you and your smile, it's like, oh, it's all good again. But until you hit that point where you smile, you look like someone just got murdered. And you're like out to get them. I'm like, just my face. I'm just resting my muscles, man. I'm sorry, I look so upset.
I also squint because I can't see from far. So I squint and I look like I'm so angry. And when I'm focusing,
I squint too.
Do you do this thing where like if somebody's telling you something serious and you squint, it's actually kind of easier to focus.
They're like
it's easier to listen if you and people, it depends. Some people say I have resting wrist face, where like I always kind of look like I'm seducing them, and other people say like I have resting bitch face. So
I've never heard resting wrist face.
Resting
so I guess
wrist
for me,
face.
it's just a bitch. Yeah, it's just the bitch face.
You haven't heard of resting wrist face? Wait till you meet me.
Oh, damn. Mother Roach.
Mother Roach.
Live on stream.
Yup. Oh, ooh, booga booga. I never really do a lot of React stuff, but I'm trying to do more just in order to like take care of my voice. And also it's fun. Like it's fun to watch stuff with people.
Yes, it's so fun. I don't know. It's just funny to see that people enjoy the same, or like I enjoy something and just like, Lily, what the f? And I'm like, wait, is this not funny to us? Are we not laughing right now?
I'm kind of nervous about the you laugh, you lose, because I also laugh at everything. But then I'm also worried, like now I'm worried about what if I laugh at the wrong part of the joke? Like, you know, sometimes like the joke is in the funniest part. Sometimes the other stuff is the funniest stuff. The other stuff sometimes is the funnier thing. And I'm like, oh.
One thing that I had to train myself doing, I come from a different time. My age is gonna show.
She's old.
I'm old. The internet used to be a different place 10 plus years ago. You laughed at different things because people were just confident laughing about certain more edgier things. That shit doesn't fly anymore nowadays. So like, I know it's still still, it's all in good humor, else people wouldn't upload it. But it's just, I know I can't laugh, but I cannot deny I don't find it very funny. But I have to make sure I recognize the humor right away and not laugh.
Agreed. Like sometimes I've had this before where like my friend who's gay will use a word that like he can say, but I can't. It'll catch me off guard and I'll giggle. And I'm like, oh my God, if I was live right now, I would get canceled because I giggled at that word. But it's like, it just caught me off guard. I'm like,
I was with this friend and I was talking with another friend of how Paris TwitchCon was. And then my friend was like, who was in Paris? And I was starting to, you know, just, I was starting to just talk about, you know, listening to VTubers, and my other friend just goes, you know, the whole escalator turns around and then he laughs at the people because he was just like, oh, y'all had to check real quick who the f said that, huh? Y'all had to check real quick if that was appropriate.
Heavenly Father does that sometimes where he'll like show up and he'll just be like, hey, what's up? And then he'll say something. He's like, wait, sorry, wrong company. And every time I'm like, what is, like, what do I react? Like, if I laugh, I don't like, I don't want to laugh because that's weird. But then if I don't laugh, that's weird. Like one time too, Heavenly was like, Matara, we need to get into a fight online. We need to become rivals. I'm like, Heavenly, I'm so scared of getting canceled. I genuinely think if you and I are going to get into like a fight online, people will somehow make it a racist thing. And I'm scared. I'm sorry. I'm not getting involved.
I'm scared.
And he was like, no, Mata, they won't. That's crazy. I'm like, no, but they will. They will. That's what the internet is like. That's what the internet is like. I actually have something like a little toxic about this, but it's like a good talk. It's like harsh Eastern European love. Whenever people tell me something like, oh, Matara, like I'd love to start streaming, but the thing is like, I watch you on Monday's night and like, you know, if I'm streaming on a Monday night and you're streaming on a Monday night, I don't want to compete. And my talk to this is, if you think that you're competing with me and you're competing with Shylily and you're competing with VSHOJO and you're competing with everybody, don't just think that. You're competing with Monday Night Football. You're competing with Christmas. You're competing with the fact that it's summer.
You're competing with like, everything.
If you want to think that you're competing, you're not competing with every single thing. There's, like I said, Christmas sale, new game coming out. I don't know, Halloween. Sorry, you're competing with Halloween now. Like,
exactly.
You're gonna drive yourself crazy.
People actually drive themselves crazy over numbers. And it's like, if the next stream after my event, I go back to my regular view count, does it mean I dropped off? I'm 5 times the worst person now? Like, I just tanked my career just because now I don't maintain the same view count after the event? Of course not.
I read a funny comment. You're competing with my sleep schedule, streamer. Another thing with why I think it's important to just start streaming is maybe they watch Ninja, right? I know that ages me and I'm old. And maybe they think I want to be a Fortnite pro wrestler. And then they start cooking on stream, like Onigiri does. And that actually is what pops off for them. And they love it and they're having a good time. And it's like the best thing ever. You have to try different things because you don't know what's going to work. You
just
really don't
try stuff. Like, for example, I never thought I was a chatting streamer. I was playing Phasmophobia. The first time I ever had a view count happen ever was because I streamed less and I invested the time in learning how to do TikToks. I edited like for the first entire year, I just edited my own TikToks. I did that and that was finally getting myself some viewership and I just kept realizing how important it is to market myself outside streaming. Like, yeah, I can stream for 12 hours, but people already on Twitch aren't gonna look for me on Twitch. I can use other websites' algorithm to be in my favor and
have people find you. This is a pretty long map too. Like most maps you'll see it's like one little, like you see this train, right, that you were doing. One thing that we do could be like 4 of these trains, right? Like that's it. It's just, this map is huge. Let's go! And then the best part.
Oh my god, it's so nice now.
When you press escape, look at that.
Oh my god, wait, it has a time lapse of what we clean. That's crazy.
Yup. It's so satisfying to see the cleaning.
Wait, that's so cool. It has an actual cleaning time lapse.
It actually does.
What the heck? I have to let my cat out real quick though.
Go.
She's complaining. She's like, I want to leave your room. Goodbye. I hate you. You're all pretty, Dad.
All right, everybody. She left. It is time. I want everybody to open their...
Maybe I should wait a little. Maybe I should finish his house first. I'll be right back. Do not listen to anything coming out of this mouth. The mouth of this very foul woman.
What if I didn't say it? What if, like, you understood and you read between the lines, okay, everybody? What if I did it? So I'm not saying anything. Just read between the lines. Just understand me. Let me snap the fingers. I see many people are understanding me. At the snap of my fingers, you will understand me. Yes, keep understanding me. Keep understanding me. You're getting it. Keep your eyes peeled, my agents.
Hello? I see it.
See what?
Gifted.
I didn't say
see
anything.
it happening.
If you look through the VOD, I did not say anything. I really do miss having a boss sometimes because you show up to work and you don't have to think. Your boss is like, do this, go there, you know, do this, go there, do your thing.
It's been hundreds of subs for no reason other than to please the command. I do miss having a boss sometimes. Unironically, I do. Just being able to shut my brain off and just be like, I just do what my boss tells me to. And then I clock out and my day is done and I can just... The rest of the day is just unironically free time. I'm just done working. That's it. It's healing.
Also, Lily,
I do miss that.
You have now witnessed why I don't play social deduction games. Because I could have made it so much less obvious. I could have like just done maybe like one snap randomly. But instead I'm here like, I make it so obvious. Like I cannot, I am so bad. And I have the worst poker face too. Like
you're your own worst enemy.
And this is why like I'm very bad at like poker face. This is something that like Michi has said before where Michi's like, I like Mata because I know exactly if she has a problem with me at all times. Like I never have to wonder like, ooh, did I upset? How does Mata feel? You upset me? I'm gonna let you know.
But that's where like it baffles me how different people are, because some people would consider it as toxic and they're like, I don't like this. They don't make me feel so welcome. And I'm like, dude, what do you mean?
What do you mean?
Like this is perfect. This is how it should have been. Like, what do you mean? Some people are just too sensitive. They can't handle like, I don't know, anything at all whatsoever. It's so weird. It's just like, aren't you glad I'm honest with you? Like, how are you uncomfortable if I tell you that I didn't like that? I don't understand. Like, aren't you glad that you know?
Yeah, I agree. But this is where like, I think there's a limit, right? Because like, if you don't know somebody too well, I don't think like, I've said this before where I feel that my pain is very private. And maybe that's because I've been through a lot of pain. So I don't like to share my uncomfortability with strangers. Strangers is the wrong word. Like I really do mean strangers. I don't mean like on stream. If anything, I share too much of my vulnerability on stream because to me, it's not strangers. Hard. It's my momos, right?
Yeah, exactly.
But if it's just like, let's say,
with my stream.
Let's say it's like a collab and it's just somebody that like I didn't really vibe with and like maybe it's something and they're like, ooh, did you like it? I'm like, honestly, I didn't really enjoy it, but it's not really your fault. Like I might not necessarily like tell them, you know, like, hey, yeah, actually, I didn't enjoy it. I thought you were rude and I thought you were mean and then like, because I also don't know that person and they might then take it wrong and now I'm like canceled on Twitter because they're like, she made me cry when she said those things. And I'm like, you asked.
Which is funny because I am the honest person only with people I care for because I don't care to be honest or like make sure things are understood well and right with people I don't care for. I'm just like, if they think I had a good time, who am I to tell them otherwise? I will not do anything with them again anyways, you know?
I think professionalism and politeness is very important, but I do think very often people can mistake honesty for like rudeness. So I only want to be honest, right? With my close friends that know that the reason I'm being honest is because I care about our relationship and I want us to continue being friends. That's why I'm like, hey, you did this by the way and it's fine, but like I just want you to know, like, please don't make that joke about this thing because that is a sensitive. Really? I have to pee again.
Pee-pee time!
I'm telling you, this game, because of the water sounds, makes me want to pee all the time.
Take your time, girl.
And my roommate's home. Hold on.
Okay, I'm sure we missed plenty on this house. Well, I don't... Does this work? Get the hit. No, not for me! The bug lady!
All right, Lily.
Welcome back!
Is this your sleeper agents activation?
My what?
Is this your... Are we gonna compete? No. Are we gonna do this? I cannot believe Shylily copied me. I was first to come up with making the momos and the shrimpies into sleeper agents, and Lily copied my idea. This was my idea. This is what happens when you tell your ideas to people, Lily.
This is what happens.
I'm never telling my idea.
I literally want you. That's right.
I have a really embarrassing story. My roommate just came home and she's like, did you lay that egg? So this morning I had 3 eggs and I ate 2 and I was like, I think I'm crazy, y'all. I didn't just eat 3 eggs in 2 minutes. I think I only ate 2. Do y'all remember? I was saying, where's my other egg? I'm scared I'm gonna crack it. It was on the floor. I just had an egg next to me all day. A boiled egg. And my roommate's like, did you lay this? Like, what's going on? Why do you just have an egg on the floor? I was genuinely looking for it. I'm like, and you know that feeling where you're not sure if you're like crazy? So I was like, did I really eat 3 eggs without realizing? Like, I think I just peeled 2. I'm like, I remember taking 2 and doing hot sauce on one and not the other. Did I eat 3 by accident? I really had to like think about it. Oh.
Oh my god. If I don't do candy too much. I do have cravings though. Like, so I will have candy, and then during specific times of the month, I'll have cravings for said candy. And so I'm like, I'm so sure I still have something. A specific candy, a specific chocolate, whatever. I'm so sure it's still around. And then it's not. It's empty. I'm just like, who ate it? And then I blame Buskin. I'm like, did you eat it? And he's like, no, I ate that. I'm like, I swear I had it.
And it's just you ate it one time, middle of the night, just like you did as a kid.
I just went to raid the fridge. I'm like, dude, I'm not stupid. I know last time I ate one, I still had 2 in the bag. Where are they?
When I was in Japan back in February, I didn't really know Yuzu and Numi super well. And Onigiri told me a story about one of her friends that moans all the time. And we called her the serial moaner. And then later on, I had a collab with Yuzu. And it kind of clicked for me. I was like, wait, you're the serial moaner. Like, you're the one I was warned about. It's you.
You're the one who moans.
You're the one who moans. Numi moans all the time. Have you heard Oni, bro?
I haven't heard Oni, bro.
Oh
well, I heard him moan a little bit because we were over at Giri's.
Yep.
And he would just go like.
You don't understand. Like, I'm at her computer working. He's at the computer behind me working. It's just us working. I have like my headphones in. He'll be like, and I'd be like, I literally will be like, Giri, he's moaning again. Like, please come get him.
Giri.
Like, if we don't stop, we'll be here forever, and I have to protect my voice.
It's all good. It's midnight anyway, so I'm gonna go chill.
I had so much fun, Lily.
Thank you so much for having me. You are the greatest. I hope to see you soon. And catch up on the missed out time that we have.
Absolutely. And I promise you, once I'm not on the subathon, I will absolutely hit you up or just like chats off stream as well.
Yes! It'd be so exciting.